tips in Arena to get to that nice Division 8. Alright, so first of all, since you're on Switch, what you want to do is go to somewhere uncontested with a couple guns. If you complain about having a grey gun, you can directly go to and upgrade the thingy, and that'll make your grey weapon in 10 of each mats become a green weapon, so that's very good. Moving straight on to the next tip, you don't want to be greedy and go find some other guns, because you'll get killed off spawn in useless fights and just get lasered. Another thing you can do to prevent dying off spawn is using sound visuals. As you can see on my screen, we can see the gunshots appear on my screen. I'm not telling you to be completely passive and not go aggro on anyone. I'm just trying to prevent you dying from useless fights, since we're on 30 FPS and they directly have a hardware advantage, unless you're against some 30 FPS players as well. What you also want to avoid is getting into fights with marauders, because off spawn they can be absolutely deadly. Alright, getting straight onto next tip, when you're breaking something that's quite big, you don't want to do this. You want to leave it on 50 HP so it doesn't break and do loud noises. Next, what you want to do as well is, before actually playing, you want to aim drain, so you don't just go in and have bad aim first game of the day. That's really bad and will just lead to inconsistent placement. Also, placement is way more important than kills. Getting 3 kills is the equivalent of getting top 25, which is very easy to get. And what you want to do basically on Switch, there's no shame to camp. I know a lot of players on Switch camp to get to champs and they don't even talk about it. You can hide in these places, but what I specifically recommend is that when you go in houses, some of them have tiny places like this where you can just hide here and no one will ever go there. If I break this ramp there and then I just go back up here, no one will ever find me. I can just stay here and wait for placement unless there's zone. So you also want to think about the ratio. This is painful. You also want to think about the ratio to your bus fare and how what placement you should get. So if you want to get if you have a bus fare of 40, you want to have over 40 points or it'll just be useless. You don't want to have 2 kills and just die. You want to get top 25. Next tip is to use ammo reticle indicator. As you can see, when I shoot on the bottom right in my reticle, you can see the number of shotgun pellets that I have, which is a lot better than looking at the bottom right and losing all my attention on the game. What is also good with the reticle indicator is if you use sound visuals, as I said before, it's just next to the sound visuals, so you can look at your bullets and at the same time where shots come from and where plays are. Next thing you want to do is learn how to swim properly. It's there's a rhythm. It's you want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and you jump underwater. Next thing you want to do is, if ever you have a drop with cabbages, you want to 100% take the cabbages. They're absolutely insane. They stack up. They're very good for endgame. I definitely recommend you to take the cabbages. What you also want to know is that when you're fishing, if you get a fish, there's 3 chances out of 4 that that fish will be a flopper, and 1 chance out of 4 that it will be a slurpfish. So that's something quite important to know. Also, what you want to do off spawn is take decoys. They're very useful off spawn, especially with the glider trick. Basically, you throw a decoy on a glider and it'll fly away and it looks like a real player, and you can bait the enemy into shooting in the sky and you can just kill him. It's very useful in endgame as well, because since they're more concentrated on thirst, so they get the victory, you can just throw 1 decoy at a time and they'll be concentrated on that. Then for the 5 last tips, what you want to do is, when you're dropping for a llama, don't go directly for the llama, go for the guns close to it. And if ever you're yeah, well anyways he'll just pad away, well you can follow that pad and go kill him then. I know it could be a 50-50 because there's another gun close to it, but if you know that he's going to a town, then it's just not worth it and you can just continue your way as if you've never seen that llama. I mean, you can also third party, like you can go to that town and just follow the guy with the llama, and if ever he gets in a fight you can third party. There's no shame to have anyways, it's just points, it's a battle royale, there's no like, no cool way to get kills, it's like you get a kill or you don't get it, you're all there about getting a victory anyways. So in endgame what you also want to have is crash pads. We've seen them a lot in FNCS, and also stink bombs that you can get from marauders. I've told you not to fight marauders at the start of the game. What you want to do instead is, like, when you get a hunting rifle and you have enough mats, it's really easy to get them, since most of the time they're AFK or they just move in a straight line. What you also can do when they have your attention is that you can just go in a bush and they'll completely forget where you are. What you also want to do is do Hype Night on every single server. That's like easily 500 points. You do Hype Night on every single server, and on yours you do Hype Night Plus. That's easily like 500 points in a day just from doing Hype Night. The final and last tip is to take breaks. I know a lot of people that don't take breaks, play for like 5 hours, complain about not getting points and dying off spawn, and it's because you're just tired. You need to take a break, your body needs to take a break, like take a stretch, go drink, go eat. And like if you take breaks, you'll get your mind off the game and you'll just be able to not tilt as you do. So those were the 25 tips. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it was quite short and you watched it all the way. If ever you did, tell me so, and I'll see you next time. Bye.